Hello, here I am again with another quilt that I wanted to introduce you to. And as I said before, I create narrative quilts that tell stories. The butterfly quilt was sort of a simple story of just a butterfly in a garden. But here before me now that I'm standing in front of is a quilt called Brazilian Love Goddess. What I do sometimes is select themes that relate to the African diaspora, which encompasses both Africa, the Caribbean, and the Americas, and tell stories of mythology and other heroes or heroines that are in African American history or African mythology or history. And so the love goddess is celebrated in Brazil, and her African name is Yimaya, and she can transform herself into a mermaid or a human form. Here I show her in the human form, and there's a dominance of blue because that's her religious color that she is identified with. And also she's surrounded by water. She's supposed to be emerging from the water. And in her hands she has symbols that show her power. In one hand there's a fan that also represents her power over water. She could fan the water and calm it down. And she has a sword over here that she could fight evil with. And she has the serpent here that is a positive force that helps her fight evil. And so what I've tried to do was recreate my version of Yimaya in this particular quilt, which is about 10 feet tall and 6 feet wide. And I made this in the year 2004, and some of the elements in here you could see I've sewn on beads. I've embellished the surface with beads, primarily cowrie shells, lots of different types of jewelry. And this is an actual dress that I found here in New York at a flea market. And this is a beaded face that came off of a Cameroon African fabric that I also found in New York City. And this has been shown a few times in exhibits that I've had in the past year or so. Again, this is the Brazilian Love Goddess representing Yimaya.